Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast, our match reaction for Aston Villa 2, Wolves 0. Buzzing with it. Can't wait to get into this with you guys, to hear what you guys made of the game. What we're going to do is we'll give my match reaction, then you guys can drop your thoughts in and share your thoughts, and I'll stick them all up on the screen as well. And then we'll do our player ratings where we'll get interactive and you guys can tell me where we should put the players, and we'll have a look at their individual ratings from the game. So enjoyed the game as a whole. It was a difficult game. It was a game that they raised their level, don't they, Wolves? They always seem to play well, and even with all of their injuries and players that they've got missing, they always seem to find a way to make it very difficult for Aston Villa, and it was a difficult game. It was quite scrappy. I don't think the ref helped that side of things from a Villa point of view. But, Wolves started really, really well. Tommy Doyle just getting on the ball, pinging it left, right and centre. They were creating an overload on our left-hand side, which meant Moreno was exposed with Rodgers somewhat. And they just grew into it quite well. Their momentum was pretty good. And I was standing there thinking, this isn't going to be as easy as what I thought it was going to be. But we grew into it. And we started to get some little patterns of play. We were looking a little bit dynamic with Rodgers getting on it. Watkins went through. We scored. It was offside. So we started from that moment to get a little bit more momentum in the game, get a little bit of a foothold. And I felt like we finished that first half very, very well. Diaby scored his goal, which was a really good goal from outside of the box. It felt like he was just winding it. He was like cranking it up, ready to go. And, he just burst onto it and zipped it into the top corner. And, I thought Diaby played really well. But first half, for me, Villa's best player was Morgan Rodgers. We really started to get a real good look at what he's all about. And it was similar-esque to Ramsey at times when he's picking up that ball. I'd say he's it feels like he's a little bit stronger. When he's riding some of those challenges, but he's very direct like Ramsey was. And he had a really good first half. I thought he was really good. And, if that's a glimpse of what's to come, then fair enough. When he was riding some of them challenges and, he was fouled and he just kept going. And I was like, fair play to him. So first half, after their initial weathering of the storm, we were pretty good. The Martinez save was world class. Absolutely fantastic, the Martinez save. So I think those are all the main talking points from the first half. Second half, again, came out a bit slow, didn't we? A bit lethargic. But again, we grew into it. And the introduction of Zaniolo, I felt was really big for Aston Villa. He added so much strength to us. And I'm starting to see a little bit more belief from Zaniolo. Duran, the wrecking ball, the slide tackling wrecking ball that slide tackles from anywhere, and then he just zooms in and wins the ball back. So fair play to Duran, very, very good. But the atmosphere was great. I felt like it was really good in that second half, especially when we were chanting about blues, and there was the clapping from Douglas Luiz. That was really cool. But I think Diaby needs a little bit of credit. Looks like he's fasting at the minute, so he sort of had to take a drink. I don't know what time it was, about 6:45, I think. So, fair play to Diaby for putting in that level of performance when, he's probably not eating and drinking all day. A little bit like El Ghazi in the playoff final when, what he had to go through as well. So fair play to him. But yeah, buzzing with it. Big win. It's a big win because Spurs won. It's important that we react. It's important that we don't look at their results and focus on them too much, but we just go out and we do our job. And, it felt quite good in the second half, a bit more control. We'd never really looked like they were going to sort of carve us open. So that was pleasing. Pleasing with Unai's substitutions, when a manager makes his substitutions and they come on and have a positive impact. We know so many times that Bailey spoke about it, and players have spoke that you have to be ready when Unai calls upon you. You have to be ready to come on and play. And Zaniolo, Duran, Digne did their role, didn't they? They did what was needed. They raised the levels and they injected a spark into Villa Park and a bit more life. But Tielemans was good, winning that battle in the middle of the park. So all in all, pretty good. And we got the win. And I said it, didn't I? Just keep winning. Just keep winning, keep winning, keep winning. And that's all we need to do now. Yeah, we might play poorly at times, but just win. Let's just win and get this Champions League football. So, yeah, buzzing about it. Puts us in a good shape now going into the Man City game. It's going to be a difficult game, but we go into that one now with belief that we've already beat them. And not only did we beat them, that we played really well against them. And if we can bring any ounce of that level, then fair enough. And we'll probably, hopefully, we can get something from that game. So let's have a look at what you guys have got to say. So share your thoughts on the performance, and then I'll put that in the I'll put it up on the screen, and I'll react to what you guys are saying. If you want any questions, fire them in, and I'll answer them. And then we'll get into the player ratings. So we've got Matt's in the building. Great performance. Broke the hoodoo. What's not to like? Exactly. And Unai breaks these little hoodoos and these little things that always go against us. And we never beat Wolves at home, do we? So it was great to just get that victory and get the win. Even at 2-0, you're kind of like, oh, God. Jake in front of me was like, we've been here before. We've been here before. And we had been there before, and they came back, didn't they, under Dino and Neves with that free kick. So, yeah, bad memories. Tommy's here. We've got Luke, Carlos. My voice is going a little bit. Rachel, how are you? Luke, we don't take this as a derby, but today we did. Yeah, I think it was competitive, weren't it? It's competitive, and they showed a bit of fight, didn't they? And we kind of matched that battle and that little bit of intensity. Kevin's put, well-deserved 3 points this evening. Thought we were the best side over the 99 minutes. Hopefully Watkins' injury isn't too bad. Moving on to Wednesday. I feel like with Watkins, it's going to be like, he's left the pitch at half-time. A bit of a precaution. They've probably asked him how he's feeling. Yeah, my hamstring might feel a bit tight. And I think they've probably just said, look, we're not risking it. You're too big of a player for us to send you out and potentially sort of damage it anymore. So I feel like it's probably a precaution. I haven't seen what Emery said. So if any of you have seen what Emery said, then let me know. Matt's put, Diaby man of the match, but shout out to Zaniolo and Konsa, who were excellent. Yeah, Konsa was really, really strong. Rodgers will become something. He drove with confidence. Fair play to him. Rodgers was great in the first half. We've got Josh. Hi, Luke. Enjoyed the game. Good game. Rodgers was great in the first half, and then Zaniolo came on and he was class. Up the Villa. Let's try and fly through. Trashy is in the building as well. Trashy's put, Rodgers was fantastic. They had to keep fouling him. Gutted when he came off for Zaniolo. Was just as good, if not better. I agree. I think he was really good. 1-0 to Brentford. Have we got a Brentford goal? I have been listening to it on the way home. So hopefully that's 1-0 to Brentford. I know that Man United have been playing their usual. Luke Robinson calls Man United early on in the season. They play shit and win. And that's what they do. That is what they do. So that's what Man United do. Right, so shall we? Oh, could be disallowed. Keep us posted on the Man United then. Right, so shall we get into the player ratings then? So what I want you guys to do at home is in the comments, let me know where that player should go. So I'll run through them and then I'll see what you guys are thinking at the same time anyway. So player ratings, what we have to do is we have to put each player in a category. And we've got player of the match, class, average, or poor. We can put them on a line. So if we feel like they can go on that line, then fair enough. So it's disallowed. So Don's put that it's a disallowed goal. So they'll probably still score anyway. Right. So Emi Martinez in the chat. Where are we going? I think we've got to go class because it could even go above. He could go on that line, couldn't he? He could be edging towards there. I think he's edging there, because that save was world class and it kept us in it in the first half. Big chance for them. Clean sheet, which is massive. I know a lot of you always comment in the comments that we don't keep many clean sheets. So we've got our clean sheet. Very, very good. We can build on those now. Carlos, again, I thought Carlos was good, but I'll shut up and just talk about the players when I put me in a category. But yeah, I think we're going class with Martinez. Konsa, again, I'd go class because he was really strong. Scored his goal, he meant. So let's say he meant it because it was a great little chip over the keeper. And really strong. Distribution was good. Got forward quite a bit. At one point in that first half, when he got to the edge of the 18-yard box and he fizzed it, I thought, when it left his foot, I thought he was going in. And yeah, so Konsa I thought was class. We've got Emery, world class. Emmy, class. Emmy, class. We've got Lee Johnson has put Konsa, class. I think Konsa was very, very good. Power will go. Should we go class with Power? I think all the defenders really, most of them will be going in class. I think we've got, who's that down there? Longley. Right. So I think we'll go Power class. I think he went about his business very, very well. Under the radar, just going about his business really good. Carlos, I thought was class as well. Colossus at the back, very strong. Aerially looked really good. So I think those four were very, very good. Chat, where do we put Moreno? Where do we put Moreno? I've had a look at Moreno's stats, and I think he had 100% passing accuracy, So I'm not sure what I was watching at times. Yes, so he had 100% passing accuracy. 15 passes out of 15 were accurate. But I think it was his crosses that were making me feel like he had a poorer game. Very loose, got into some really good areas, I felt, and just spurned them when he got into those areas. I think when they were sort of overloading him as well, he got really exposed. And I think Rodgers, needs to probably sometimes come and help out when there's a team that are playing five at the back. But yeah, I thought I'm gonna sounds. I thought he was poor. I did. Maybe that's been really harsh on him, but I did think he was poor. I've got to be honest. We've got Michael St. Paul. We've got Cado Williams has put average. Liam's put finally beat Wolves. Moreno was good, but his crossing was woeful. He got caught out a few times. Average, not great from Moreno today. Digne was stronger and more aggressive. Poor. I think I'm going to go poor. I think my gut is saying poor. And hopefully, I just think it's just one of them games, Sometimes you can have a poor game, can't you? And I just think that's what can happen in football. So we'll put Luca Dean in as well. And I thought, I'm going to put him in there, because I felt like he came on and he just solidified us a little bit more. And he just made us look a lot more solid defensively. So I think fair play to Luca Dean coming on. Really, really good. Tielemans, I thought, was very good. I thought he had a really good game in that double pivot. We know that it's not his game. We know that that's not his role, but he seems to be doing it really, really well. So I'll go class in there. Douglas Luiz, for his chanting, he's just going to go in class. And, how nice is it to watch a player who is just happy to be there and really enjoying the game and enjoying the atmosphere. And when he was just clapping like this when we were singing Small Heath Get Battered, and he's just like this. So I was loving it, I was. So, again, one of those games from Luiz where under the radar, just has a really good game. So I thought both of them were very, very good. We'll go with Morgan Rogers now. And he only played for I don't know how many minutes was it? Was it 60 minutes that he played? But I really liked what I saw from Rodgers. I really, really did like it. Where's Tielemans gone? I liked what I saw. And he's a young player who's never played in the Premier League before. And I think he can go there, you know. I just like him. I like his physicality. I like his stature. I like his pace. I like that I can feel some confidence building with him now. And Unai must trust him. Unai must really, really trust him. So, yeah, Rodgers, really, really good. We will go then with our firepower. Watkins, you know, didn't really have to do too much, but I think it's harsh if we put him. It's harsh if we put him in average. So we'll go Bailey now. Bailey and Diaby. Just he's so good, Bailey. When he gets that ball and he just drives forward and he's jinking and he's starting to like do something every time he gets the ball, which is really good from a player. But yeah, he's just lighting up Villa Park, isn't he, all the time? I think he's absolutely fantastic. Diaby again, pacey, powerful, tricky, energetic, starting to look very good on the ball as well. The runs are there. I thought really, really good from Diaby. You know what, right? I'm potentially putting Zaniolo in player of the match for me, right? Because he came on when that game was getting a little bit difficult at 1-0. And he just came on and offered everything that we needed. And he's not doing anything differently to what he's been doing in this season. But now it's starting to all come off. Like when he gets to the byline or when he gets on the side of the pitch and he's just trying to do those like little nutmegs and those little rolls, all these little give and goes, and he's coming out with the ball. He's strong. He's getting in good attacking areas. There looks a real swagger there with him. I thought, honestly, I mean, you might all disagree, but I thought Zaniolo was brilliant. He's been great in Europe. He was really good against West Ham. Come off the bench today and had a real positive impact on the game. Fantastic. Duran, again, the same. I'm gonna put him in class. You know, when he starts coming in with them steamroller slide tackles, and you're like, he seems to like come from nowhere with them, and he just kind of like just sticks and slides on the ground, and he just keeps going and going. And I thought Duran, he's a massive handful. Got into some good positions himself. His link up is really, really good. He's not selfish. So Duran had a real big impact on the game as well. Have we got any more to go? I think we've got. Who else we got? We got Irabunum. Good when he come on. I thought he did a real good tackle to win the ball back at one time. So that was really good. So I think that's pretty much everyone, isn't it? So who are we going, chat? Who are we going as player of the match? I think it's probably got to be Martinez, Zaniolo, Diaby, and under the radar one could probably be Tielemans. So I think those are your four. So can you vote for those four? No, it's not pre-recorded. It's live, mate. This one's live. So we've got a Diaby for man of the match. The squad is starting to look strong. Think of all the players who didn't play today. Exactly. Diaby. So we've got 3 votes for Diaby. So it looks like you're all going with Diaby. But it's nice to see a lot of players that are in and around that role. Maybe we've been a bit harsh on Moreno. We'll put him in. We'll put him there. So we've got a Zaniolo from Trashy, Diaby, Zaniolo, Diaby. Diaby's my vote. Yeah, imagine. He recorded it this morning. Diaby, Yuri. I think Yuri's like a little cheeky one. That's very, very good. We've got to rate Emery. Make sure we got to rate Emery. Emery's going in class today. Substitutions, very, very good. So that's where Emery can go. Awesome. So Player ratings done. Villa beat Wolves. Absolutely massive. Buzzing about it. So we'll keep this one short and sweet. We'll be back tomorrow. Me and Justin are going to be back in the morning with a debrief. So we'll take a deeper dive in the victory and we'll have a look at the tactical pad. We'll have a look at passing networks. We'll have a look at everything else that's been going on in this game. Maybe some of the stuff that we don't actually pick up on straight after the game. And then we'll turn our attention to Man City. So we'll have our match preview Monday, opposition preview on Tuesday. We got a big guest on Tuesday. So, yeah, absolutely buzzing for the opposition preview. And, yeah, so cheers, everyone, for watching. Make sure you smash a like. Go and watch the fan cams. And, yeah, another little thing, if you don't follow us on TikTok, TikTok's good at the minute. So for some other content, go and check us out on TikTok. So cheers, everyone. Up the Villa.